Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review on Little Women of L.A., Season 8, Episode 6. The title is Marriage on the Rocks. Okay. The scene starts off with Autumn is doing a photo shoot and Christy is with her for support. In her confessional, Christy talks about being a fashion designer back in the day. But now she says she wants to get back into being a fashion designer. And her daughter Autumn says, oh, I'll do the modeling for you. She wants to model the lingerie that Christy designs. Next scene is Jasmine and Chris are home. Jasmine is laid up in bed. She just had breast augmentation surgery, I guess a month or so ago. And she can't lift more than 5 pounds. Chris is doing her laundry. And she asked him to go make her something to eat and to vacuum, sweep, and mop. I think she's just saying that for the cameras. She don't ask him to do stuff like that on a regular. He's the breadwinner. She's the one that's supposed to be the homemaker. Anyway, Chris told her that she just had a boob job. She didn't break her arm, so she can do everything herself. He didn't say it in a nasty way, though. She says in her confessional that she thinks Chris is unhappy in their marriage because of the kids and because of the schedule. I guess they don't get to spend enough time together. The next scene is Elena meets up with Tara. It looks like they're at a pizzeria, and Tara brings up Elena, saying at the end of the last episode, Elena said she'd rather be tall than short. And Tara brings that up. And Elena again explains to Tara that with her limitation as a short person, she would rather be tall. I don't understand why Tara can't understand that. It goes in one ear and not the other. I think she doesn't like hearing that because she feels like she gets offended when Elena says she'd rather be tall than short. That offends Tara. So Tara also brings up an issue she had with Elena. Elena's asking her once if, knowing what she knows now, going through all the surgeries that she did with her daughter, if she would have adopted instead of doing IVF. And Elena explains to Tara how, she felt, she didn't feel good when Elena asks her that question, because in some way in her mind she's thinking if she hadn't gone through with IVF, she wouldn't have her daughter Penny. And she gets emotional about that. But then Elena's like, I just asked a question. It's just a question, And I agree with Elena. It's just a question. She went through a lot of surgeries with her daughter. And Elena just wanted to know, if knowing what you knew now, would you have just adopted instead of going through all of this? It's just a question. I'm on Elena's side with this, Tara. Sorry. All right, so Tara says that Elena is not happy, and she don't think Elena will ever be happy. Because, she wants to be tall. She'd rather be tall than short. Next scene, Christy and Tanya, they go for a walk and a talk. And Tanya told Christy that she's doing a play. And her role in the play is a stripper club owner. That sounds interesting. And Christy tells Tanya about her dream of designing lingerie. And Tanya tells Christy to keep it to herself. Don't tell the girls, because all they're going to do is criticize her. So they agreed to not say anything to the girls yet about Christy's lingerie. Elena and Jasmine go to a furniture store to look for beds for Elena's kids. Jasmine tells Elena that her and her husband has lost their spark. They're married with 2 kids. Married with 2 kids, you have no more spark. You're just getting along together. That's all. She said the reason they have lost their spark is because of the kids and because of Chris's schedule. And she wants to, she says she needs to show him that she appreciates him. And she's tearing up while she cries every episode. She's tearing up while she's telling this to Elena. What is she tearing up about? If you need to appreciate your husband and show him some appreciation, that's it. Why are you tearing up? She cries every single episode. Every single episode she's crying for nothing. So Elena's like me. Elena's not feeling it. Elena said, are you on your period? And she's emotional for no reaon. So Elena asked her if she was on a period, and Jasmine is like, no, she's not feeling it. She's not. She's kind of annoyed that Elena is not, with the emotion. I mean, come on, Jasmine. Cry every episode. You're over it now. Stop. So Jasmine says she wants to renew her marriage vows. She said they've been together for 10 years and married for 7 years. And she wants to start fresh. That's a good idea. But it's nothing to get tear up about. It's nothing to tear up about. What she's tearing up for. Okay, next scene. Christy and Todd are home, and Christy is designing her lingerie. She's doing her sketches. And Todd, is very supportive. And Autumn comes downstairs, and she looks at Christy's sketches, and she don't like them. She thinks they're old-fashioned. She said, she told Christy that she needs to do some modern stuff. These things are old-fashioned. Christy's going for the old Hollywood look, and Autumn's not feeling it. She doesn't like it. So they kind of bicker back and forth, and Autumn goes upstairs, stomps back upstairs all annoyed because she's saying, you want my opinion, I'm giving you my opinion, now you're not taking my advice, and she stomps back upstairs. The sketches that they showed that she was doing, they did look awful. They look like pajamas and a robe. And that's not lingerie. That's something you sleep in. That's not lingerie. Anywho. The girls go to a pole dancing class, and Tanya says that this will help her to do research for her role as a strip club owner. Right away, Tanya and Tara are telling the instructor that, she need to modify her dance moves for them because they're little people. They like to throw the fact that they're little people in your face. I don't understand. Just dance on the pole. I mean, all you gotta do is jump up and swing around. I mean, what modification do they want this woman to give them because they're little? They should be able to do it better because their arms aren't long and clumsy. Their arms are short, so they should be able to get up closer to the pole and swing around the pole. And their legs should be able to grab that pole real tight and, not fall off. Regular people, they have a struggle. Their arms are longer and their legs are longer. Right away they're telling the instructor that she needs to modify her instructions for them because they're little people. Please. Anyway, everyone seems to be having a good time. Everyone is having a good time except for Elena. She's just sitting it out, and they're trying to encourage her to participate, and she's like, no. In her confessional, she says she did have a stripper pole once in her living room for her husband, and they showed a little clip of her, walking slowly around the pole, and going up and down the pole, but not really swinging on the pole or anything fancy. But she said, what did she say? She said times have changed. I guess she thinks she's too old to swing on a pole. I'm with her. I would not swing on a pole for nobody. I'm not doing that. Nope. Okay, and Tanya's big mouth spilled the beans about Christy's lingerie to the girls. Christy's annoyed with Tanya because Tanya's the one that told her don't tell the girls because they will criticize you. And here she blurts it all out to the girls. And smart-ass Tara says to her, is it classy Walmart lingerie? And Christy's like, no, it's old Hollywood classy lingerie. Or it's a Hollywood classy lingerie. Tara is foul for saying that. She is foul for saying that. And she said in her confessional, I would not buy lingerie from someone who dresses like a referee. And she's right. Christy was dressed like a referee. She had on this big, long, black and white shirt that looked like a referee's shirt. But Tara's foul for saying that, though. She's foul. Those two do not get along at all, so they don't want to see each other succeed. Okay, Jasmine tells the girls about wanting to renew her vows with Chris. And they're throwing out all these crazy suggestions, and she's getting pissed. So she finally walks off. She tells them off in a little bit and walks off. Okay, the next scene, Christy goes to meet up with her old mentor called Miguel, a guy called Miguel. And he asked her if her lingerie is for little people. Just like Tara had asked Elena if her children's book was for little people, had little people in it. They can't get away from that little people statement, huh? But anyway, she said no, it's for everybody. So he looks at her sketches and he likes them. He wants to start right away with doing patterns and getting samples out, and he's excited and she's ecstatic. That's the end of that scene. Next scene is Tara. Water is dripping because I just wet my hair. Dripping all down my neck and my chest. Next scene is, where was I? Tara and Jasmine are shopping, and they're talking about Jasmine getting annoyed at them walking out. And Tara, she kind of apologized for, for upsetting Jasmine for her to walk out of the dance studio or the dance class. Made Jasmine feel a little bit better. Jasmine tells Tara about her idea about going on a gondola ride with Chris. And Tara, think that's a good idea. Tara suggests that all the girls will be at the end of the gondola ride when she and Chris get back from their little ride. All the girls will be there to help them celebrate. And Tara also suggests giving Jasmine a bachelorette party. And then Tara had a second thought, and she said, well, maybe I should let Elena do it because you and Elena are besties. And Jasmine says, Elena doesn't seem excited about my vow renewal, and she's been acting weird lately. And Tara agrees that Elena's been acting weird lately. They think she's closed off. Of course she's closed off. She's closed off because you guys are jumping down her throat because she'd rather be tall than short. And you all are offended because she said that when deep down you guys know you'd rather be tall than short. I mean, why deny it? It's no big deal. I mean, come on. Okay, Tanya and Elena go out to eat. Elena tells Tanya that she's been getting rid of baby stuff because it doesn't seem like she's going to have any more babies. And, that's kind of hard to have to get rid of the stuff. And Tanya asked Elena why she didn't participate in the pole dancing. And that's Elena. Elena doesn't participate in anything. At Placerville, she didn't participate in anything. That's just what she does. You guys should know her by now. She does not participate in anything. Elena says she's not in a sexy mood. She said ever since she's had her kids, she doesn't feel sexy. She doesn't feel sexy ever since she's had her kids, but she wants to have another kid right away. I don't get that. I think Tara is right. Elena's just not happy. And she probably never ever will be happy. She just had kids, and now she's saying she don't feel sexy since she's had her kids, but she wants to have another kid. I don't know. So Elena says she's focused on providing for her family. And then Tanya just told her, well, if you need me, I'm there for you. So Jasmine and Chris, they head out. Jasmine hires a car to drive them to the gondola. And while they're in the car, they're talking, and they're kind of awkward at first. And for people who have been married for been together for 10 years and married for 7 years, they seem really, really awkward in the car. But you know what? This seems like a real scene. They start talking about how, how they're not close anymore because of they have the kids. Jasmine says that it's difficult to be around him now without the kids because they're always together with the kids. So when they're not with the kids, it's awkward. And I can understand that. That seems like a real problem that happens in marriage. You have your kids and you're always around your kids, and then, you feel awkward when the kids aren't there. That's a real problem in marriage. So this doesn't seem like a scene set up by the producers. This seems like something that's real. And they're talking about how they can improve on their marriage, spend more time together, and, make your marriage stronger and stuff. And Chris is getting emotional, and they're holding hands, and it seems like a real scene to me. It didn't seem scripted. So when they get out of the car, Jasmine actually looks good. She has on a cute dress and nice heels. She looks good. This is the best I've seen her dress. Oh my gosh. I was shocked. Anyway, they get in the gondola, and it's very romantic, very pretty. The water's pretty. It's very romantic. And they're talking about when their first date. And they're just, having a nice, quiet, private moment. And it's really romantic. So the gondola guy tells Chris to pull this bottle out of the water. So he pulls the bottle out of the water. In the bottle, there's a note. He pulls the note out and he reads the note. And it's a note from Christy. It's a note from Jasmine, talking about how much she loves him. And at the end of the note, she asks him to marry her. And he says yes. And they hug and they kiss and they cry. And it's very, very, very romantic. I like that. Really romantic. And at the end, the girls and your guys are up there at the end and they're hollering, surprise! I don't know why they're hollering surprise, because they can see them. Surprise is when you jump out from somewhere and say, surprise! But they're standing there and they yell, surprise! But Jasmine and Chris seem to like it. Elena said, what did she say? She said, oh, Elena says that, she says in her confessional that Tara guilted her into coming, and it's awkward. And she said Tanya is there with Ja. And she says it's awkward. So Elena is not happy. She's not feeling it. No, I agree with her. This is a private moment for them, for Jasmine and Chris to get together and spend some time alone and, be romantic and, spend some alone time together. Why are they there? They shouldn't be there. They're there, and Jasmine doesn't seem to mind. But Elena is not having it. She's not happy. Yeah, they yell surprise, and Jasmine is happy. So they finally go to a little restaurant that's on the water. It's really pretty. And Jasmine is doing a little speech. She's thanking everyone for coming, and she's telling them how much she loves Chris and everything. And Elena says in her confessional, she says she doesn't think that a vow renewal will fix the problems that Jasmine and Chris are having, and she thinks it's stupid. That's my Elena, boy. That is my Elena. Jasmine tells the girls that she's going to need their help planning the ceremony for the vow renewal. And my Elena, guess what she does? She yells out, I'll have a doctor's appointment that day. Ah. Wow. Got real quiet. She said something else, but I didn't catch it. But it got real quiet, and everybody's like, oh my gosh. And in her confessional, Jasmine called her a bitch. She said, I can't remember what she said, but she called her a bitch. She called Elena a bitch. Alright, that's the end of that. That is the end of that. But Tanya brought that damn Ja. I thought we were done seeing Ja, Tanya. Don't bring Ja around no more. I understand that if you don't bring him, you'll be the only one without a date. I do understand that. Go hire some guy to show up as your date. Don't bring Ja anymore. There's many guys out there who will be happy to be on camera. Do not bring Ja. He's a user. He's using you to be on camera, and he's using you for sex. Get him out of there. Nobody wants to see Ja anymore. I agree with Elena. It's awkward. Don't have him there. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back next week with another review on Little Women of L.A. This episode was a little bit better than the other two episodes. So I'll be back next week to do another review. Thank you for watching. Prince Sonapillo here. Bye. I can never find this stupid remote.